the first time in the fight.
That's not all I've got. Stay away from the exchanges.
Here was the... And already Bowe begins to hold and hit, and they brawl in the center of the ring. Evander Holyfield, showing his warrior's heart, believes he has Bowe. Bowe with the right hand over the top, lancing blow. Holyfield seeming to get a little bit of a rest here for a moment.
At the same time, he's absorbing a lot of punches from a big guy who's not a gentleman at all.
Story of Evander Holyfield's life, though not this big, this strong, and this young before. Right hand over the top by Bowe landed. Holyfield got an uppercut in. And the left hook for Holyfield. And a left hook for Bowe. Both fighters landing consistently. Bowe landed the jab, missed the right. Holyfield steps inside and gets in two good ones.
Bowe's got Evander Holyfield reaching in for his jab, which is what he wants.
Bowe trying to measure Holyfield from afar. Evander trying to step up inside and stay inside Bowe's power.
I think Evander just doesn't know exactly what to do right now. He's catching a lot of shots he wasn't told he would be able to catch.
He's fighting the wrong fight, George.
Oh, no doubt about it. Why should he bump into this big guy and go slugging with him? Why should he?
There's the uppercut again by Bowe. Left hook by Holyfield. Missed the second one. Lands the right uppercut.
Get the hands up there. Get the hands out. Oh, work out it.
Body punch by Holyfield, and a good one.
I think those left hooks to the body by Evander Holyfield may be the most telling blows in the whole fight.
Left hooks by Bowe, two of them. Holyfield coming back, taking and giving shots. Bowe tried to go to the body with relief.
Yeah, doing what's come naturally. Good right hand by Riddick Bowe.
Round three begins. George, have you seen Riddick Bowe trying to hold Evander behind the head and hit him?
Not at all, but I have seen Riddick Bowe taking every advantage he can. When the refs say break, he hits.
Holyfield firing the left twice and landing twice.
I say Bowe re-established that left jab. What does he need to be throwing? Right hand.
Long right hand by Holyfield. Almost caught Bowe flush. As it was, it did a little damage, but not as much as it might have appeared to be the case. Holyfield landing inside. Bowe comes right back. A slugging war between some of these exchanges, George.
Oh, but all of the zip is going out of that big right hand that he had a few months ago.
Let him out. Get the arms out. Let him out, Bowe.
Holyfield may beg to differ after he feels it a few more times. Bowe with the left hook to the body. Holyfield covering up as Bowe whacks away with the left hook.
Bowe was told by his corner to go to double left hook and then the right hand. Evidently, there's some magic into that.
Bowe landing the uppercut and the body shot. These are all Bowe punches here. Holyfield, for the moment, not active.
At some point, Riddick Bowe is going to realize, sure, Evander is hitting me, but it doesn't hurt like it ought to be hurting. And then once that happens, it's going to be a big deal.
Left hook landed by Bowe after a right. Holyfield seemingly in trouble for the moment.
No doubt about it, but he's a storm weatherer.
Holyfield jabbing, trying to get back inside with the jab. Just misses with the right.
Bowe's corner must be screaming, get back to the jab, go back to the basics.
And you saw the uppercut that Bowe is so fond of tonight. Thinks he can use it to great effect.
Evander Holyfield is having some vision problems. I can tell by the
right eye is cut. I think his right eye is already cut, George. Remember the big cut that he got against Larry Holmes, product of an elbow. It appears to me that there's blood around Holyfield's right eye. Let's look more carefully. There's the left hook by Holyfield. And another, and another, and another. Holyfield wobbles Bowe under the ropes. A series of left hooks, all of them landed flush. Right hand by Holyfield. And for the moment, it is Bowe who slows down.
The Bowe is starting to play a bad game, leaning in with the old crossover. He's never done it. Why start it now? Conditioning is going out of both now. It's a matter.
Evander is still landing that right hand lead. Riddick Bowe lands the right hand.
Holyfield falls in, falling right foot after another. He's not keeping his position at all.
Left hook inside by Holyfield. Bowe's punches are having more effect. Bowe goes to the body and Holyfield covers up.
You never want to follow a puncher. Never. You want the puncher following you.
Evander Holyfield giving Riddick Bowe every chance to whack him out of there.
Even behind the head by Riddick Bowe.
And there's the left hook again by Holyfield. Lou Duba has prepared referee Joe Cortez to watch Bowe holding behind the head. He loves to do it. Trading punches at center ring. This looks a lot like the Burt Cooper. Lou Duba has prepared referee Joe Cortez to watch Bowe holding behind the head. He loves to do it. Trading punches at center ring. Bowe landing the left to the top of the head and then sticking the jab into Holyfield's mouth. Holyfield again stepping inside for the left hook. Every time Evander lands it, he has slowed down since rounds 1 and 2.
I've never seen a guy so confident of his right hand as Riddick Bowe. Even though he misses 16, he'll throw 20 more.
There's a right hand shot. Bowe must have found it partially blocked by a Holyfield glove. Holyfield with the right hand made the sweat fly off of Bowe's head, but Bowe seems unhurt.
Bowe can re-establish that left jab, keep this guy vision dazed. He can win this thing, but he can't get in there slugging with a guy who wants to slug with him.
Well, the question is Bowe missing a chance to pile up points by not sticking with the left jab and going inside and warring shot for shot with Holyfield?
They've both forgotten that there are 3 jabs.
Low
blow, not called by Cortez at first, and now he does. So Holyfield will get time to recover.
But we might see Evander Holyfield exact his own price here for that low blow.
In round number 4, both fighters landed more than half of their punches. But Bowe threw more than veteran of the 12-round route, and Riddick Bowe has never been beyond 10.
Sometimes the veterans have the disadvantage because they've got so many wounds.
Holyfield with a right and a left, having a little bit better round this time than was the case in stanza number 4. Recognize what a weapon it can be. Both fighters swelling a little around the eyes. 2 rounds of job, and there have been no more traces of the blood that I had suspected I saw there earlier. In our discussion with Evander Holyfield, he said that the eye didn't bother him in training at all. But Riddick Bowe believes otherwise and made no secret of his intention to go after Evander's right eye.
Now, Evander Holyfield is starting to take control with his jab a little more. Your right hand, then your left hook. Holyfield has an excellent left hook.
So is Eddie giving Riddick the wrong advice?
I would say, hey, keep that left hook out of the business.
They traded right hands there. It was Holyfield who backed up. Bowe trying to reestablish the jab.
And if he does, whenever he does, he takes over the fight.
And uppercut inside by Holyfield. Action slowing down, as is completely understandable in round 6. As
Riddick Bowe. He would like to get comfortable out there and feel at home like in a sparring ring. And if he does, he's going to take over.
Well, Dick Gregory, who is Bowe's nutritionist guru, fixed him a concoction with seaweed. I hope that concoction gives him some stamina.
Of course, Bowe calls all of Gregory's concoctions maggot juice, but he says he drank it.
Holyfield is playing right into the hand. He's leaning forward, falling over Riddick Bowe with his head, trying to just lean on the guy. You don't do that. You get one foot on the other and move around and side to side.
And Bowe trying to capitalize with the uppercut, and Holyfield comes back with the right-hand lead, which has been so effective for him.
He gets back wisely. But now Riddick Bowe is believing he's getting back because he's hurting him. Don't give the young guys courage.
Somehow I have the sense that whenever Riddick Bowe isn't throwing punches, Evander Holyfield is buying time. And logic tells you the more time the champion can buy, the better his chances become.
Let's go, come on.
Stamina is truly endurance. Endurance is like, who wants it more? Are you willing to?
Both fighters showing their personalities as round.
Rock Newman at ringside. The other half of the crowd, or 2/3 of the crowd, started to boo.
Jabs through round 6. Bowe has thrown 110 of them and landed 55. Holyfield has landed less than half of his jabs.
I think we can say this much for Riddick Bowe, guys, is that whatever message that he's still in it. So
He's only rested from all of those punches he threw.
And Holyfield goes back to the right-hand lead. It's been the only weapon which has been consistently good to him tonight.
Don't rest. Rest with your jab. Bowe should be taking that kind of advice.
Look at Holyfield. What a warrior. Reversing the tide of the battle. The champion now has Bowe wobbling. And he lands a right hand. Everybody in the Thomas and Mack Center on their feet.
It doesn't bother Bowe because he knows he was only resting at that point. Evander Holyfield has got a heart.
If he weighs 205, his heart weighs about 204.
This is an amazing show, guys. I don't think he can win the fight at this rate. But just to have recovered from that beating is astonishing, I think, to most of us at ringside.
If he can, Bowe goes right back to the left jab, start all over, forget he's knocked this guy almost out. Go back to the left jab, start everything off. It can all happen again.
This round should be greeted with a standing ovation at the end. You've seen the best of both men. A right hand by Holyfield. And another. Round 10 continues after the bell. 4 times in his career, Evander Holyfield has gone 12 rounds or further. Riddick Bowe now steps into unknown territory for him in round number 11. Neither fighter totally exhausted yet. Oh, Holyfield in serious trouble now.
Now Bowe has got to be cool trying to finish him, though.
There's the uppercut again. The mouthpiece is out of Holyfield's mouth, and he's going to go down. And Holyfield gets up very early in the count.
6, 7, 8.
Second time in his career he's been knocked down. First time he has actually gone to the canvas. It could be all over for Evander Holyfield's heavyweight championship reign. He is not fighting back and seems to have no will to do so. To get out of this round would seem like a miracle.
Holyfield is elusive. He can survive. It's to his advantage that the boxing does not continue. Stay close as long as you can. You must know people don't pay you millions of dollars for nothing. Once the tide gets tough, you got to fight anyway. When it turns against you, keep fighting.
Right hand lead by Holyfield brought his supporters in the crowd out of their seats again. But Holyfield is spent, it seems now. His handlers call him the best conditioned athlete in the world. He'll have to be to make it out of this.
This is a prime example of managing and training too many fighters at one time. You get into the corner and you just don't know what instruction to give what guy.
Holyfield still punching, still throwing the left hook inside and the right hand lead.
But
uppercut by Holyfield. Blood spouting from the champion's mouth. His eyes almost completely shut. But he will not take KO for an answer in round number 11.
Bite you.
If punched at number square with the judges' impressions, Evander Holyfield must need a knockout to save his heavyweight championship.
Harold Letterman, give us your quick
Larry,
score.
107, 101, 8 rounds to 3. Riddick Bowe. I have Riddick Bowe in a commanding 6-point lead.
I have to suspect that the other judges are pretty close to that number, maybe just a little bit tighter. But Holyfield seems to understand that he would need a knockout. He does not seem to have the ammunition to go after it. Evander Holyfield groomed himself through his cruiserweight career to ultimately gained the weight and the musculature necessary to compete for the heavyweight championship of the world. He thought through all of the years he would have to fight and beat Mike Tyson to get it. In the end, it didn't happen that way. And the public has consistently penalized this man for not having won the championship from Tyson, but rather from an overweight, out-of-shape Buster Douglas. Tonight, he wanted to prove his legitimacy. And if nothing else, he has proven what we already knew about him. Extraordinary courage, spectacular heart and will. What he hasn't had is the muscle and the size to compete with Riddick Bowe.
I think for once I'd like to hear the crowd say, Holyfield, Holyfield, this guy deserves it.
Ironically, of course, he may be earning more respect in his first defeat than he has earned in his 28 victories.
We can't say defeat yet. You never know what these judges are going to do. It's like a beauty contest.
Riddick Bowe has withstood criticism.
I can tell you one thing, that terminology of the St. Bernard and the Junkyard Dogs, they belong to me. Larry stole them from me. I gave it to them.
Not the first great idea that we've stolen from you, George, and it won't be the last.
I was only teasing, kind of.
From the back of the arena now, they begin to rise and applaud what has been an extraordinary battle between two men of heart and will and courage and skill.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the scorecards. Chuck Jampa scores about 115 to 112. Jerry Roth scores at 117 to 110. And Dalby Shirley, 117 to 110 for the winner by unanimous decision and new heavyweight champion of the world, Riddick Big Daddy Bowe.
The man hugging Bowe in front of him is manager Rock Newman.